this ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the London Black Knights. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Protein spill. He don't want it. Ready.
From the gun, Morgan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
On the ready. Check three. General West. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Morgan down on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Morgan looking to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. They set up the screen to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run. This is Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. On second down, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Here's Morgan throwing to start the drive. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
By the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go. at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, watch it.
Hill to try again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Zoo! 45 the mark. Don't get nervous. 45.
Looking to throw. Morgan. And Thomas has it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Bridgewater. Complete. He finds Braid. The 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught. Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And again, it's Bridgewater. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. To throw is Bridgewater. This is caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still 1st half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at his own 10. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, come on. Get it.
To throw is Morgan on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Morgan now, operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Morgan to throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Here's Morgan on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tackles.
Here's Hill one more time. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bridgewater. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the first.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, Bridgewater. He finds Howard complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Hill. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Hill. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Let's go. 30 base. Mike 54. Mike 54. And what's that? And what's the 80 weapon? He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 50. Check 50. 61. Matchbox lights. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. It's a party now.
To throw from his end zone. Morgan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, high 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball. Check up.
Now Morgan to throw from his end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To throw from his end zone. Morgan. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it too because You're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Bridgewater now. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Welcome back now here in London. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Morgan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Bridgewater. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On on the sneak. It's Bridgewater. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Topper. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Right there.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And a huge play that time. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Morgan now. From the gun, he'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Morgan. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may be.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And with that, he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Shaquille Barrett came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Morgan operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They set up the screen to Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the home team here, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Going up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy.